Welcome back to the Fan Awakens. This is actually the Return of the Fans podcast, episode 3? I think it's going to be episode 3, but it's Return of the Fans. We're glad to have you back. And today we've got Miguel back in here. And of course, how you doing, Miguel?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Because we actually have a fun topic and we're not just bullshitting all day long.
I mean,
look, but like there's something here. There's substance to a degree, like to a level that I am excited to not just be meandering around like what potted plant should be in the next Star Wars film or something like that, just making something up. But as you can see right here in the studio, spiritually, of course, on the phone, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the Brown Panther. G, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great right now.
Why? Because you just ate?
Oh yeah, that has something to do with it. I'm not gonna lie, it does.
What do you eat for dinner?
I had some nice chicken.
Okay. Did you have a molten lava cake at the end?
Sadly, no. I'm just gonna put this on the record that this man that you're listening to right now has to make me a chicken parm at some point.
That is true.
It's true.
That is true. That's on record. So, but today we have a topic, and it is the greatest movie crossovers that never happened.
Yep.
So we've got a list here. We've got some options, and I think we're just gonna kind of go. Which one do we think would have been the best? Mm-hmm. Which one do we wish would have happened the most?
Yeah.
And maybe at the end we'll say what movie crossover we'd like to see, even if it's got no chance, like something like Lady Bird and Star Wars, or maybe not that quite, but something along those lines.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. But look, we got a lot of options, and these movies date back for a while. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna start with the one that I think has been probably the closest to happening that I can think of, and something that definitely has some Miguel feelings in it.
Yeah.
G may be a bit in the dark on this one, but Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
This thing has been talked about for years and years, with different iterations of each one being like possibly in the mix. Like, oh, is The Rock going to be in it? Is Channing Tatum going to be in it? Is Bumblebee's going to be in it, I'm sure, but
I mean, yeah.
Everybody's like, he got his own movie, so sit one out, pal. But
that'd be a big no.
That would be a big no. Who's your favorite Transformer? Is it B?
It's Bumblebee.
Have you forgot who I am?
Yeah.
I'm Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Bumblebee's the homie.
He's the homie.
I need to get another Bumblebee toy. I don't got a Bumblebee right now.
Yeah, man. I do think that you don't have a Pop, do you?
No, I don't.
Do they have Pop toys?
Yeah, they do. I have it in my wish list. No. No, they don't. Don't
transform. All right, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, okay, hold on. Oh man.
You're messing up.
My mic arm is failing me.
What about the microwave?
No, my microwave's on point.
But the microphone arm? Anyway, so Pug's wildin'. But yeah,
technical difficulties. Give me a minute.
Transformers is something I very much enjoy. Like, I, unlike most people, enjoy all the films quite a bit. But
okay, that's
yeah, dude.
Which one's your favorite?
All? I mean, Bumblebee.
All?
Yeah. Yes, Eli. We've been over this so many times. I like those garbage films. I enjoy every single one.
Oh, I guess it's like a guilty pleasure, I'm sure. Well, I guess it's not a guilty pleasure in the case that you enjoy them. But I guess they are.
Yeah,
Is that how
there's no such thing as guilty pleasure.
I don't feel guilty about it. Like, I'll tell anyone that I enjoy those movies. Like, it's not even a question. I've told everyone that I like those movies. Like, and I know that they're bad, but I still enjoy it. I'm just here to have a fun time. I'm looking to see some big old robots fighting. Is that too much to ask for?
Oh, they got plenty of that.
Yeah, they got plenty of that.
We're back. Here's the thing. As far as this crossover goes, would you want... Look, if you're going for the most ridiculous, I suppose, would you want Michael Bay to direct it? What do you want
God, no. Keep him away. I want him as far away as possible. Like, once I got Bumblebee, I saw what these movies could be.
Snap.
And then I was like, oh, Michael Bay needs to stay far, 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 far away from them.
You know what's an interesting thing here? Travis Knight did Bumblebee.
Yes.
He also did Kubo and the Two Strings, which is animation. Stop motion animation, yes, but still animation.
Yeah.
When you think about how the next Transformers movie we're apparently getting is animated, a prequel, on Cybertron, the prospects of a crossover event still happening because the roots of both of these properties are animation. And thinking of how we could get something, would you be cool? Would you still be satisfied if the crossover we ended up getting was an animated feature?
Absolutely.
G.I. Joes and...
Absolutely. Because, I mean, we watched the G.I. Joe cartoons when we were younger. We watched the Transformers cartoons when we were younger.
Yep.
Mashing those up.
And letting... If Travis Knight
directed.
Now... That would be great.
I would love that a lot.
What if he does it claymation like...
That... I feel he would... I feel he'd make it really cool.
Like the little transformations sound like little Legos. No, because
that's...
Okay, wait. Claymation or Lego-mation? And I'm not talking stop motion. I'm talking actually just like animation with Legos. Claymation?
Yeah, I don't want Lego Transformers movie. Mixed with G.I.
I do because look at what they did with the Lego Batman movie and imagine like them making fun of all the Transformers movies in one. It'd be like in good fun. It'd be awesome.
No, not in good fun. It'd
Definitely.
No, I mean like they just go in. They're just mean.
Like imagine them like playing with Optimus constantly resurrecting and then like him going into the beginning like a joke and then suddenly the second movie he's like Megatron can't even hold a candle to the guy and he needs a mate to try and help him but he whoops both of their asses and then he flies.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Gee, what about you? Would you okay, honestly, if you can pick Travis Knight to make, and this is full scale, full budget, all kind of, live action crossover or animated crossover, what are you choosing? Or G.I. Joe and Transformers?
Now, it's tough. Because, I've seen what he can do with that live action sort of stuff.
I know. It opened your eyes.
Man, I was floored.
Especially with that little bit we got on Cybertron.
Exactly. And I was like, we've been talking about it all the time. We want to see a lot more of that. All that. And I'm like, I personally, with what I've seen and what I can better imagine, I would want to see him doing that live action. See what he can do.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be down for the live action. I guess that'd be my preference. I'd still be down. Like, I'd be excited if they announced an animated version of the crossover. Just because it's tricky because, like, if they're crossing over, I know we got that Henry Golding announced Snake Eyes movie, and I think that if there's a role for Henry Golding, look, I try not to be a hater, but I'm just not a fan of the guy. I've seen a lot of his movies, and I haven't been a fan of any performances yet. But Snake Eyes, he didn't say a word. So,
but this is no talking.
Okay, look, check this out. It's tricky. Because if the Travis Knight movie we're getting has The Rock in it as like the head of the G.I. Joes, I might say, you know what? Go ahead and just give me animated.
Yeah.
Because like I know what he did with John Cena and Bumblebee was awesome, but I don't know if I'm sure The Rock will have demands, especially when you hear about the stuff going on in the Hobbs and Shaw and Fast and Furious stuff about how like Vin Diesel, The Rock, and Jason Statham all have like quotas for like how many punches they need to land and how many times they can get punched. Oh that. Yeah, dude. Jesus. This story came out where they were like constantly in the editing rooms and stuff. Like they have like say in like their contracts even, I believe, over like how much they can only lose like a fight or something. Like they can't get punched more than a certain amount and because they don't want to look bad,
Jesus.
So like people's hands are tied by The Rock. It's like you have these creative ideas where it's like, damn it, The Rock got punched. We either got to cut this punch or we got to cut that punch, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would much rather.
So the thing is, if it's between having The Rock in it and it being live action or not, I would. But if we can just make a G.I. Joe with like new characters,
Yeah.
I'd be down for that live action. I guess that'd be my preference.
Yeah.
So that's one. And I do think that if Travis Knight's in the helm of it, I have no doubt it'd be awesome. And it'd still be like a really fun action movie. But I have another one. We're going to bring another into the mix. And at the end, we're going to decide which one do we think, if we had to pick one, we can only have one, what would it be? The next one, the X-Men, almost, before First Class was made in 2011, Fox had the rights to Daredevil, they had the rights to X-Men, Deadpool. They were thinking of making a movie crossing over X-Men, Deadpool, and Daredevil all in one, pitting them against each other. I'm sure a big foil coming in at the end,
Yeah.
It would have been another Cloud and the Fantastic Four. Galactus Cloud.
Galactus Cloud.
But so it's interesting because this is what Deadpool came out in 2014.
Something like that.
2015, one of those two. And so we don't, like, Ryan Reynolds was attached though, so he would have been Deadpool still.
Yeah.
Which would have been exciting. And then Mike, you want to go take care of that real quick? Thank you. But it would have been interesting, because we know Ryan Reynolds would have been in there. And who would have been Daredevil? Ben Affleck? No. Probably not. But it would have been something. And the X-Men, they were in a sort of a weird transitioning phase where it was a blank canvas. So even if we took the same cast that we had from First Class, I'd be down with it because, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, all that kind of... what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence before she didn't care. So, like, it would have been awesome. So that's another movie that, let's say, we take the First Class stuff. So let's say Matthew Vaughn directed it. He directed Kingsman 2, First Class. And I'm really a fan of his. So as far as that movie goes, do you think that it would have affected, like, if they released that movie, one, do you think it would have been a hit? Probably. Two, do you think it would have changed sort of the landscape of the superheroes, like, how they sort of shake up? Because the fact of the matter is Marvel has dominated, and even if DC has started to find success, they're still not close to being the level of overall influence and just how Marvel's put their stamp on the movie genre and sort of dominated it overall. Do you think that would have sparked something, or do you think it would have been a similar, like, Deadpool 1 and 2, and then, it's not making $2 billion.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be really cool, but depending on how it's made, it could very easily just kind of...
Of course. But here's another thing. Do you think that, hypothetically, if it was a hit and it spawned their own, like, MCU and they were making that kind of money, do you still think Disney would have got them?
No, I don't. If it was like an actual big hit and spawned something, Disney wouldn't own that.
Like, not spawned something, but I mean, the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, if it spawned like
it's
a true,
tricky,
like,
though, man.
Like, competitor to the MCU, I don't think...
Because there's a lot of, like, it wasn't just the film that they sold. They sold everything.
Yeah, they sold everything.
$60 billion.
Yeah, but I feel like it would have raised their stock
maybe
quite a bit to the point where they felt secure enough that they didn't need to sell.
Yeah. And maybe if it was worth enough, they could have just sold that off on its own.
Yeah.
But either way, what do you think of that, G? If you had to what do you think of this idea?
Oh, I think it would have been, great if all that went down. And I keep talking about it. So
here's another one that I didn't even plan about talking about, but I saw come up recently, was Matthew Vaughn. Not Matthew Vaughn. Oh, man, who was going to direct it? I'm forgetting, but in the early 2000s, there was going to be a Batman v Superman movie.
Oh.
With Colin Farrell was going to be Batman, and Jude Law was going to be Superman. And they talked about the script, and basically, like, Batman would have had a wife who was killed by the Joker, and then, like, he would have found out that their whole life together was orchestrated to ruin Bruce Wayne's, like, happiness.
The director was going to be Wolfgang Peterson.
Okay. Pug. Come bring her on the couch. She deserves to be part of the show. But So it'd have been interesting. I don't know how I feel about Superman and Batman crossing over in the early 2000s. Like, I just don't know if, like, it would have... Like, it would have been hyped, of course, but, like, I don't know if technology was where it needed to be to make a Superman and Batman fight look good.
I mean, just, like, look at the, like, effects on older Superman movies. And
even, like, yeah. Like, they would have had...
Yeah, it would have been...
It would have been interesting.
Yeah.
I do think that the story sounds really dark and awesome.
Yeah.
But what do you think of that one, G?
Oh, yeah, that would have been...
I love the idea of Colin Farrell playing Batman with his natural accent.
No.
Colin Farrell, huh?
I could
get into that kind of shape.
In that time, Colin Farrell was supposed to be the guy. He was like groomed to be the next Hollywood star, you know, like the star, like a Ben Affleck or a Bruce Willis, and it just kind of never happened because you know, projects didn't pan out. He was in SWAT, critically panned. He was in Total Recall, critically panned. He's always been great in smaller movies, and they're always big successes. You think of things like The Lobster and things like In Bruges and movies, you know, sort of smaller independent type films. But like those blockbusters he's been in just haven't really panned out. Fantastic Beasts. And it just sucks because I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe that movie would have changed his trajectory. It's not like he's had trouble finding work or anything because he is really talented and people know that. But at the same time, it's just another what if. We do have another one though, so keep in mind what do you have right now in the lead?
Obviously the Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Pug's having some issues. Pug's having some issues. She just wants the attention.
Oh, good, Pug. You good now? Hello, doggy.
Yeah, it's fun time.
But as far as like, Bug's gonna get a lot of cuddles after this. I'm gonna.
Bug needs to go out after this.
She does. But here's the thing. We have another movie. What do you have up top so far?
G.I. Joe and Transformers.
G?
I think for me it would have to be like, I think the XMen one.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with, if it's the Travis Knight, I'll go with G.I. Joe versus Transformers. But if it's not Travis Knight, I'll go with the Matthew Vaughn X-Men. So right now I'll say G.I. Joe's and Transformers. But it's close. It's close for me. And I think we all got Batman v Superman last on that one. But we have another one. Mikey may be a bit in the dark on this one. But it's Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
I have no say in this whatsoever.
Obviously, Freddy versus Jason came out. That movie scared the hell out of me when I was a child. I saw it way too early. And like at the time, I wasn't into horror. And basically, there's a sequel that was in production supposed to happen where they would do round 2, but then Ash would come in from The Evil Dead. Sam Raimi was set up to, I believe, direct it. And the rumored issue is that Sam Raimi couldn't come to an agreement with the studio over who would win in the end between Freddy and Ash. So I guess the question is, who would win between Freddy and Ash? And would you like to see this? For me personally, if Sam Raimi was directing it, they can take all my money and put me in debt. I want to see this thing so badly. Miguel, thoughts?
Pug, thoughts? Exactly. That's what I said too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have no
we're just gonna go back to him. We're gonna take Mikey off the screen for a minute.
Oh my
Mikey, look, just you're gone, okay?
Okay.
You're still on the mic, but you're just not on the screen. Actually, you know what?
Don't. Oh.
He's out of here. No, Mikey's
you turned
back.
on the volume?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he turned me all the way down.
Question. You've seen the Evil Dead movies, correct?
I have.
Okay. So, you know, when you're blending universes and things of that nature, I think that, like, it makes sense for Ash to win, you know? He's Ash. Come on. And I think that I would be rooting for him, certainly, because Bruce Campbell, he's a guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, I would love just being thrown for a loop And I always love when endings. I love when bad guys win. And just in movies, I love it. I love it because it almost never happens, and when it happens in a good way, like in a way that's not so clear cut, I love it to death. So you think of Thanos winning in Avengers Infinity War, like at what cost? Everything, but he still won. He accomplished his goal. Heroes lost. And my favorite, of course, is Halloween, because while Michael Myers may not have killed Laurie Strode, he got out. He survived. And you haven't seen Halloween still?
I've never seen.
Oh my god!
Any.
What are you doing?
Eli, we both know I am not a horror fan. I get scared at my shadow.
He's seen it. He's seen it too. You can watch Halloween. But here's the thing. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny.
Gee, who would you have win? Because I would be rooting for Ash, and I would, if I was writing it. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I'd have anyone clear cut win. I might have them both lose in a way, not in a way where they're both gone, because you can leave room for a third sequel, but
just there
and introduce someone else. Or you know what? I might have Ash win, and then at the end you tease another person coming in, from another franchise, like
so just have the
Michael Myers,
MCU of horror.
Yeah, imagine exactly. Imagine but it's like
big anti-team up, and everyone's fighting everyone.
It's not like that.
It's ridiculous.
Think of it more as Mortal Kombat of horror, like Ash, Freddy and Jason went at it. Yeah. Then Ash, Freddy, Jason, fray. And then you have Ash going at Michael Myers, and then Jason comes back, and you just have this thing going on.
And then it's screw it, a Xenomorph's here somehow.
And then they're all fighting Chucky, and they just beat his ass.
It's just 20 minutes of just all of them stomping on Chucky.
Yeah, just like playing hacky sack with the guy. But okay, who do you have win, G?
Well, see, you could have that like an end credit scene. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure. Were you talking about the hacky sack scene?
Yeah.
It's like the shawarma scene of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So who's winning, G?
So, I do also like that whole, having the bad guys make that impact. Was that Pug?
That was Pug.
So yeah, I would just say, Jason, I don't know that. Well, okay, so wait, hold on. First, asking a quick question on who won, and like what went down in Freddy versus Jason again? I forgot to forgot how the ending went down.
Freddy's victorious, okay?
Oh, okay.
He's Freddy. There was other factors, all right? But look, Freddy, Jason falls asleep too, okay? He's vulnerable. He's got issues. He's got some parental issues. Freddy, he's burned. He's scorned. I'm taking Freddy in a fight 9 times out of 10. But there's something you gotta love about Ash, and so I guess I'll say Ash. You don't want to piss too many people off, I guess.
No, you do.
I do. Personally, I would love to. If I made a movie about this and have the Warrens come and just beat their asses bare knuckle brawl style. Like Ed Warren just comes in and freaking shoulder rams them, and then Lorraine sends them to the Shadow Realm with some Latin.
G. Got to commercial.
Okay, that's what it would have been. Look, Ash is in trouble. It's like he's going to lose. Somehow Jason's there, Freddy's there, they're teaming up, and they're like, oh shit, now they're teaming up on me. This ain't fair. I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm scared. No, Freddy's there too. Then it's about to end, then a door gets kicked down, and Lorraine Warren comes in with a cross and says, did someone order a spiritual guide? And then Ed will stomp in and say, and a strong shoulder. And then it ends. To be continued.
Wow.
Is it right? It
Wait, to be continued?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be mad if I went to a movie and right before things actually happened, they're like, just kidding.
No, there's a whole movie of shit that went down. But Ash is about to get murked.
Yeah.
And that's when the Warrens bust in and say, Valak, your time is up.
Yeah, still, I'd be pretty pissed.
Okay, look. G, who's winning before we move on?
Freddy.
Okay, Fredward is winning. Also, we needed Robert Englund to do this, and I think Jackie Earle Haley is great. Just, he's, it's like one of those roles that is so tied to the person who originated it and had done it until the point where Jackie Earle Haley took over in that remake that I'd rather not ever watch again, personally. So, I don't know. But there's more on the list. I think we'll do two more. Let me just make sure I got it right here.
I thought there was just one more.
Wait, is it the Men in Black one?
Yeah.
I think there's another one. But okay, we're going to the big one, big round right here. Men in Black, 21 Jump Street. They were supposed to cross over. We had Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill on board. We had Lord and Miller, who still to me haven't missed. Solo, they didn't get their shot. We heard plenty of stories of what was happening. I don't know for sure what happened and how Solo would have turned out. Even if they weren't following the script, I'm curious to see what they would have done. And then they had Uncle Ron come in and steer the ship home with Solo. But, they're responsible for 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, and Into the Spider-Verse. So, as far as I'm considered, they got that down locked, Mm-hmm. So if we would have gotten Men in Black brought back and having Doug McQuaid and...
Doug McQuaid?
Isn't that his name? Yeah.
His fake name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Schmidt and Janko.
Yeah, Schmidt and Janko, but Jeff. I should have that as a button. Look, I would sorry. I would love to have them, man. Instead, we got Men in Black International.
Like, just imagine Janko
Ice Cube in there being like the leader of the things have changed. Now we're hunting aliens. You got to infiltrate, and he's just like they got to put on some prosthetics that look really awful, and they're like going to some Orion's belt. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they infiltrate like the Pentagon, and there's like a bunch of aliens mixed in, and they got to get to the root of it and all this shit. But I would love to see that so much.
Honestly,
it's like a dream. It's a dream pairing. Because 21, 22 Jump Street just like burst onto the scene out of nowhere. People love those movies. I love those movies. It's such a great time. Mm-hmm. And imagining them doing that with Men in Black, you probably could have gotten Will Smith to cameo. And just, I'm so mad it didn't happen. Instead, we got an unfunny alien that looks like Kumail Nanjiani. No, it doesn't look like. Voiced by Kumail. And his lines aren't funny, but he's naturally funny. So, like, it'll make you chuckle a little bit. It's just a bad movie.
I never saw it.
You're not missing much.
Okay.
I love Men in Black. Look,
Yes, you do.
I got my boy Frank up there. I have a pug because of Men in Black.
Yeah.
Literally. Men in Black 1 is like a staple of my growing up.
Yeah, you forced Grandma to watch it when she hated it.
A lot.
A lot.
And I'm not ashamed. I think I did her a favor. But look, I don't know what Pug's doing.
Pug's facing the whole wrong way. And she doesn't care.
Rhyming.
Okay, but what do you think? Okay, so now that we're down here, do you think... I mean, I have a feeling it would have been better than International. It's not a very high bar. Am I the only one here who's seen it?
Yeah.
Which, International?
Yeah.
I guess not.
I'm going to have to say yes on that one, Chief.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, you know what?
Huh.
Actually, I can't do it right now. I was trying to check something, but I want to see what these buttons do.
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing.
You're just out here pressing buttons.
I am out here pressing buttons.
I know bottom yellow is pizza time.
Oh, really?
Pizza time.
All right, cool. Look, we all agree that it would have most likely been great.
Yeah.
And it would have probably spawned even more sequels, and like...
We would have gotten all 11.
Yeah, all 11.
Jump Streets.
Dude, that was one of the best, like, credits I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was 21 Jump Street Goes to Space.
I know. And then they could have crossed over with Sam versus, with the horrorverse. Yeah, and Good Will Hunting, and Lady Bird, and Star Wars. It would all happen. Anyways, okay,
so we just get Good Will Hunting 2. It's hunting season.
Thank you, Jay and Silent Bob. G and I are gonna dress up as Jay and Silent Bob for Halloween.
I was gonna dress up as Silent Bob.
Okay, Mikey's gonna be Silent Bob. G's gonna be Jay,
and you're gonna be Jason Lee.
I'll be Jason Lee. Fuck it. No, I'll be Iron Bob.
No, you're gonna be what's his face? The guy who works at the convenience store.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Look. Yo. That's another. I would love to see Sylvester Stallone as the head of the MIB. Like they come in there and like seeing Ice Cube and Sylvester like have back and forth. Like Ice Cube's just ranting and going on. He's like, yeah, I guess we're gonna do it my way, okay? And that's it. And just yeah, there's aliens in New York. I don't know what I'm doing there. I don't know what that turned into. That almost turned into like a weird Jay-Z hybrid.
I was gonna say it's like a really like weird mix of New York and New Jersey.
And even at that, not good.
And like
either.
Offensive.
Definitely. Mikey doesn't swear anything. Miguel, she's not a gremlin. She's just
Bella,
trying to find her way in
for
this
the record,
universe.
is a gremlin.
Look, let me show you something.
Bella is. Look at those ears. Those are the ears of a gremlin. A lovable gremlin, but a gremlin nonetheless. See what you did? Oh, no, she did it to herself.
Look, does that look like a gremlin?
Yes. You care? Answer yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
She's looking at G. Even though he's not there, she knows.
Bella's so much of a gremlin. Her nickname is Gizmo.
Her name isn't even Bella. It's just Pug.
Pug.
It is just Pug.
Pug, Doug, Lug.
Look.
Anything that rhymes with pug.
Ugh.
Gup.
Gup.
Yeah.
Not Gremlin.
Gremlin.
Not Gremlin. But look, okay, out of all these movies, though, now we compile them. We have the Men in Black crossover.
Yeah.
We have G.I. Joe and Transformers. We have Ash versus Freddy versus Jason.
Uh-huh.
We have the Batman v Superman. We'll just knock that out right now. Which one? The X-Men Deadpool one. You can have one. You can go to the theater tomorrow by yourself, social distancing. No, it'll be streamed to your TV, and you can watch one.
MIB in 21 Jump Street.
G?
Yeah, the 21 Jump Street. I would want to see that.
Same.
Yeah.
Ran the table. Save the best for last. It's too much of a ringer.
It's a low ball pitch right there. Like
it's
not a low ball,
it's just
but
it's as easy. It's a layup, dude.
Yeah,
and not a layup as in like lazy and easy, but you know it's gonna be a great time.
It's just it's just simple.
The match made in heaven, baby.
Yes.
Kobe and Shaq.
Basketball, Kobe.
Hey, shout out Kobe on my desk right here. You can't really see him because of my three inspirations right there. Kobe, J.J. Abrams, and Naruto.
Weeb.
And Pug. But you know what?
Pug.
We actually made good time. And I actually want to propose. Look, that's probably going to be as far as like we get on this episode. Because we went through quite a bit. But next episode, I was thinking, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I want to go through that Rotten Tomatoes poll of like their bracket with the best summer movie of all time. And I want to fill it out for ourselves. Like, what would we take over what?
Movie.
Yeah, you know how they released that poll of like 64 summer movies or something, or 128 or whatever it is? Yeah, I'm going to go through them, and we go round by round, quickly, just going through them, and go all the way through. And like, if it was up to us three to vote, what would make it and what would not? Because I saw some egregious picks.
Yeah.
Shrek and Shrek 2 both advanced. I understand Shrek 1 is a best Oscar, best animated feature.
It's not. It's honestly like... It's an all-timer, like in terms of like mid 2000s.
My fear is that that the meme culture is going to carry it farther than it should.
No, it already has.
But like the interesting thing though is that like when they did that Netflix one,
that was
I was like, are they pushing dark or something? Is this just like a marketing ploy?
I was about to say because like I don't know a single person who's watched that show.
Me either, and I'm sure it's great. but I haven't either. I haven't heard about it. I haven't heard a peep. I didn't even know it existed.
I heard the name, but that was it.
But I'm like, how did it win? Like, it has to be something, like, it just feels fishy. Like, they're like,
Yeah.
we're pushing dark, so just make it win and bring the intrigue over there. We're tired of Tiger King, damn it. We're tired. And so they're trying to move on. Gotta do something.
Gotta.
God.
It's up to us, guys. If we don't, or I don't know, Thanos should have killed us all. But I have a pug that needs to be. Well, she wants to go out, and
No, I think she needs to at this point.
It's a yeah. She's probably about that time. It's a little early, but I think yeah. But this was a good episode, guys.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. How you doing, G?
Oh, this was fun. It was fun.
Look,
I'm knocking my Men in Black and 21 Jump Street crossover.
can you order me a pizza, no pineapple in the build? Like, just make sure they don't even have any in the building. And no, and no
pineapple?
olives.
Okay, gotcha.
On the last
I
note,
like
that's
pineapple.
completely unrelated because this has gone off the rails. Look, remember that time you guys came over and we were gonna make pizza like out of scratch?
Oh,
And I got all the ingredients, and like when you guys came over, I'm like, guess what, guys? I know I don't mess with it, but I was trying to look out for y'all. And I had those 2 cans of olives.
2 cans of olives, and we're like, gross. Those are disgusting.
Okay, look, not hating on olives, but I don't like them. I don't like them.
I'm hating on olives. They're gross. They're disgusting. If they even
But
touch
I-
my pizza, it tastes off.
But
It's
like-
wrong. It's bad. It needs to go away.
I bought
And
these
that's
cans, and I thought that I did something. I was like, yeah, I'm showing.
But either way, 2 cans?
They're small cans.
That's a lot of olives still.
They were small cans.
That's a lot of olives. You know how many is a lot of olives?
Small cans.
1 olive is too many olives.
Yeah, because when
It
they
lingers. The taste
when they
lingers.
cook into it, the juices spread, and even if you pick the
And
olives
they're-
out, it still
they're
has
like,
a taste.
oh, just pick off the olives. You won't taste them. I'm like, olive stays.
It's like the sauce,
The juice.
but no.
Like-
It's like the sauce.
Yeah,
It's there forever,
it's there.
it's just like pineapple.
No, pineapple's good, but
Pineapple.
you're not ready for that conversation.
All right, G. I'm gonna let you go. I mean, really, I'm probably gonna keep you on the
Alright.
phone, but like, I'm gonna let this podcast go, and that's pretty much all I got. I think we're gonna get back on tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk my shit again, because tomorrow's gonna be some rants. I tell you that right now. It's gonna be some rants. I'm gonna be going because we have a couple rounds of their bracket that the people voted on apparently, although I have my speculation, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys the brackets so you can look them over as well and get some back. Because usually, like today, I was like, yo, see, this one was easy, though. This one wasn't like, you didn't really need much prep as far as like, which would you rather take?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Where can they find you at, Eli? Where can they find us at?
Home. That's pretty much it. But we got the handle right there, the Fan Awakens _ in between words. You can find me at EP_2187. I've been trying to find a new name, but I keep sticking with it.
It's a good name.
Thanks. Where can they find you?
Jalapeno01. That's JALEPENA. 01 because the real way was taken, not because I'm dumb.
Yeah, okay. G, where can the good people find you? Can they find you anywhere in the stratosphere?
Okay, if you have time to plug in my AOL, it's AOL.com/the Brown Panther.
/BP oil spill.
Alright.
No, all right, man. That's funny enough. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So from me and the pug, we all wish you a happy day. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time on the Fan Awakens